Hey guys, this is UC from iTrade Price. It is August 6th, and Annie asked me to record a session of day trading equity, right, based on the levels that she comes up with every morning, and then she adjusts them before she sends them out in the pre market. So her focus list was Roku, and then we have BA, Microsoft, and I think Netflix was also one of the names. So right now, Roku is bouncing from the support level. Let's say you like this and you want to get in. So let's see if we can try to get in at a little bit pullback. Let's say around 153, I don't know, 55. Okay, one thing, not everybody has unlimited funds, right? So trading equity requires a large amount of fund, and if you have a margin enabled that gives you a certain amount over and above your cash value, so that you can day trade with the larger amount. Okay, so that is good to have, but then it can also mean that your exposure is also increased in that way. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's sort of a dual-edged sword. So you need to know what you're doing, and if you are buying and shorting at your desired at these predetermined support and resistance levels, that increases your odds, and that it gives you good chance to have a nice, good, profitable trade. Okay, so here's a 2 minute chart. Don't worry about these lines, these are a little off. I don't think, well, it's 250 and 20 SMA. Okay, so it's in a little downtrend right now, looks like Roku. So when I'm trading, I just like to kind of keep these intraday levels in mind, and I kind of keep adjusting them based on the support and resistance. So see this one, actually let's just get rid of this one and in fact add a line here. Okay, so Roku got bought on the dip, that's fine. Well, we'll worry about that later, but so here is, so now breaking out of this level would be nice, but we just bought Roku at a little bit of discount, 75 shares with a room to add more. So with this account, the equity I have, it's, I can easily go up to like 500 to 700 shares, but I don't like buying that in chunks. I mean, all of it in one go. You want to be able to leave some room in case you see the stock dip towards its support level or retrace a little bit, and then you can kind of go from there. So again, my target would be anything over and above 155 level to take profits, as still we are sort of in an intraday downtrend. So I just wanted to say take quick profits only once we are above this downtrend and this short-term moving averages. My focus will turn more towards the buy side in terms of holding. Right now I'm also buying, but this is more of a buy the dip rather than buy the breakout. Okay, so those kind of things. So yeah, just holding for now. And since this is day trading, it's active trading, you kind of get in and out. That can increase your commission as well, so keep that in mind as you trade. And you, so that you have enough size to overcome your commission and other fees and everything like that. Okay, all right, so let's put a sell at, let's say, always like to choose these odd numbers, just so that there's not much pressure on these numbers. Otherwise everybody likes to sell at 155, 154, 154.50 and stuff like that. So you just want to just so that you get a fill, you want to be a little on the different sides of the numbers. Okay. Okay, so it's just day trade. These are not options. There's no decay or anything like that. And since we are in the midday now, it's because all the active trading was in the morning, which we traded these dips. So that's why the market is a little bit slow now as we enter the lunchtime, in the eastern coast. Okay, so but like I said, these are meant to be quick trades. So we'll let the, so I'll let the recording go. You can kind of forward it to wherever you like, wherever the action is, and then just kind of see how it goes. And I'll keep on adjusting these trend lines, the support and resistance level based on this. So it might end up becoming a long video clip, but it's for learning purposes, it's for knowledge purposes. It will give you a good perspective how you can day trade based on these support and resistance levels in the intraday session. Okay, so I'll just keep quiet now and let the market work itself. All right, so I stepped out and that's still kind of sideways, not much happening. Let's look at, hold on. Okay, so we're back at this sort of double bottom here, support levels. I'm just gonna buy 75 more here, and we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, now my average is around 153.08. All right. So now we don't have to keep this sell order here. I mean, if you want to, you can, but since we have 150 shares, which is double the size, so that means we can even lower this thing and still make almost more or same kind of profit, right? So yeah, just take it off for now. We don't really need that. We'll just do 150 in case we get a little bit of jump here. So let's say 153 or let's do 144.20, I don't know, 17. We'll just keep it there for now, and we'll keep holding. All right. So we're finding some support here at 152.40. Stock is trying to kind of give a little bit of jump here. Again, you can always add back more if it's not dropping, just so that you can lower your take profit level, but that increases your exposure. So you just have to kind of balance that out a little bit. But given that in the 2-minute time frame, this bar tried to go up down, couldn't hold it, bounced back up, and now it's this bar. Also holding so far, but we need to see a bounce back up, a green close, and then a little bit of follow through to the upside to see that see that level provides good support. Okay, so just watching. And here's a 15-minute chart. You can see that, let me zoom out a little bit and get rid of this line. You can see this 151 is also a good support level, where we can see the support underneath 152.40. So that's a good level to kind of add to your position if you like. And let's do that. Let's add 100 around 150-130 if it takes a dip somewhere in that region. So we'll just add it there. We'll leave because sometimes it's just a quick flush and then bounce back up. So you don't want to miss that, because then it just becomes chasing the stock back up, and that won't impact your average price as much as you would like to, right? So just holding here. Stocks are definitely slow, and since we are in the middle of the day, they do seem to move very slowly. Okay, so we're executed, and now we have 250 shares. Okay, uh, at the average of 152, right under this well, now resistance or previously support, right? So it just kind of touched here and still trading there. Now we can dump everything once it moves up a little bit, so just have to kind of wait for that time and let this float for now. Okay, in fact, now I have an order to buy 100 more here at just about 150 psychological level, and we will see how that one goes. So down in the position for now with holding 250 shares. Okay. Let's see if this one gets executed. There you go. Nice fill at 150.22. So now the average is 151.75 with 350 shares. So I can go all the way to 600-700 shares and still be okay, right? Because that is within my account size, my position size, and the trading approach that I'm taking. Since I'm going a little bit of intraday counter trend trade, right? Ideally, I should have been shorting here to come out quickly, but since we got in here and kind of stuck, so I'm trying to manage it, and this will happen. So it's easier to manage such situations when you are trading stock versus option, because option has such a big factor where they decay. The premium decays so much that even if the stock moves in your direction a little bit or just kind of stays flat to where you got in, the option will not move. In fact, it will just lose value because of the time. So just kind of have to watch for those kind of things when you're trading options and stocks. You can kind of hold and see and still be okay, because it just kind of moves slow in comparison to the options. So just watching here and looking for a little bit move up. So 151.75. So yeah, that's my. So I'm kind of lowering my average as we move down, and I can always lighten the load and get back in at a lower price if we are to keep falling, but that will control my exposure. So my last fill was around 150.23, right? So if I go to 151.23, I'll be making $100 in that position, so I can always unload that one, and if it dips again, buy again. So you can kind of actively trade like that, just to giving you some sort of idea around how you can actively manage this thing. Okay, so let's dump maybe 100 at 152, which will be still above my average buy, but that will control my exposure, which again you have to keep in mind your risk profile, your risk kind of amount that you want to take on a particular trade. Okay, still holding here, seeing some move back a little bit up, so just need a little bit more push and we can be out. Okay, patience. Need to delete that. So I can come out actually if I want for my 100 shares that I bought it here, 1.50.2, but then that will push my average price back up, right? Which I don't want right now. So I'm still holding. Okay. Let's take out 100 that we bought here at 150.20 area, here at 151.50ish. It's gonna still below the average, but it's above where we bought it, so it's okay to just manage smartly Where we are, 62. Let's just say, I don't know. Let's just nice jump. Let's just come out of 100 here and increase this one to, let's say, I don't know, something like this. Okay, we'll see. Come on, one quick jump and I can be out of my 100 shares. This is a 2-minute chart, so that's why you're seeing a lot of this kind of move all over the place. But this requires patience, this requires sitting down and just kind of, the morning moves are good though. Traded in the morning as well, since those are fast moves from support and resistance levels, so the results are quicker. This is again midday sort of action, so typical late summer, sort of midsummer action, so it's kind of typical. You can't really rush into this thing. Okay, so let's see if it gives us one more jump here to get me out of this one. I'll just lower this a little bit more, just so that it's, if this is resistance right here, it doesn't have to go all the way up. Okay, so the order for 100 shares that I had that were bought at 150.20, I just got rid of them, right? So that leaves me with 250 shares now instead of 350. Don't worry about this average price, but it's kind of messed up since it takes out the shares that you bought initially first, so it's like first in first out basis. So this average is messed up, so I guess we'll just pay attention to the P&L for the day to kind of keep track of it. But if I were to guess, the average is like maybe close to 152.40 or something like that now. But hey, got less number of shares, that means we can buy more now if it drops, and kind of keep managing this position. So ideally, again, I should have shorted because the trend was down intraday, but you will have days where you are stuck in a contra trend trade, and if you don't take a stop loss, and if you want to manage that trade, there's a certain way to do it, which is you just kind of keep adding at these support levels, intraday support levels, and actively trade this thing to lower your average price and take quick profits. But at some point you'll have to, if it's not working, it's not working, you'll know that. But for right now, it's holding well. If I show you an overall chart, here it is. So it's sort of a, like a double bottom right here. So if I were to take this tool and draw a little line right here and get rid of this one, so this is a good level to keep riding this high, 250 shares. Let's keep going, So we're a little bit green here now, right? That's good. With 250 shares. And remember, I could have bought more, but you have to be kind of just careful what you're doing and leave some room in case it would have fallen down further towards 149, and 147 was like the ultimate support for this name today, right? I've been saying that in and out, that 147 support all throughout multiple weeks it has held, and so I mean we're kind of close to that level. That means uh, there are some buyers showing up and pushing the price up. So now it's just a matter of time before this one also gets executed. Okay, let's go zoom in a little bit. That was a good level. 152, I mean 150.2 level was a good. So now it seems like a double bottom here. This one was support, which we broke here, and now it's resistance. So we'll see if this resistance combined with this 50 SMA and 20 in 2-minute chart provides resistance. So far it looks like it is kind of giving that, but yeah, we're just holding for now. Come on, let's do this. All right, so got a little bit of fill there. Now I have 150 shares. I'm gonna let them float here, since I have a double bottom here and it's kind of trying to break out of this resistance zone. If it does, then we can see some nice bounce towards 154 even. You know, that's like the level, which is right, this one, right? That's a good level to take the profit, because then this will be the resistance above this 153, 152.5 area that we can target. But I have less number of shares, less exposure, which is good. Okay, so that's how you kind of manage actively the trade. Now anything over and above this, I'm in profit. If it goes back down, I can always adjust or buy more or do whatever, right? However, since I'm going against the trend here, right, I can always take the profit and just say, hey, I'll come out with whatever little money I made today, you know, because I was going counter trend, which was against the intraday trend. So I'm happy with whatever little profits I have made. So actually it's not that bad. So maybe wait for one more push and then we'll just kind of dump it all the way and then see if we can join back the trend down from here, if that is what is going to happen. Or if this fails there, I can quickly reverse, which means it will sell my long shares and take a similar position short from the same area. All I have to do is click on reverse. That's a good feature that Thinkorswim provides, where you just want to take the opposite position in quickly rather than trying to get out first and get back in. Okay. Okay, still holding, so I'm just gonna actually sell all of it here since the intraday trend is down. I just don't want to hold it for long. So what is this level? 152.50. Let's just see if we can get a fill here. A little bit up. If not, I'll just lower this thing. You know, 150 would be good for the day. from this position, since I was managing this one. The goal is not profit, huge profits. The goal is to manage your trade, come out with as little loss or break even or a little profit, since it was going against you and you were trying to manage it by buying and averaging down, but averaging down strategically, not just blindly buying it. So here it is. I'm out with decent money here in some time. So let's see quickly. So here are the trades, right? The first trade buy was right here, second buy was here, then it was right here, another one, and then we bought one tranche more of 100 shares. So about 4 times, right, we bought into this weakness, and then once it started going back up, we started coming out, and we are completely out here. However, I could have held, but I just wanted to show you the way to manage this trade that you're doing. Again, it's not really possible that much with options because they have other things working on it, like time decay and other things. Premium does not really behave normally, but stocks, it's kind of relatively easier to manage if you have the account size and the capital to do that. Or if you don't, you can just, instead of buying 50 or 75 or 100 shares, you can do 25 and 50, kind of go that way, right? So this is how you do it. And now, since we are above these short-term moving averages, which are providing resistance, it's good that we are seeing some sort of reversal, and now I would be interested in buying back if it falls down back towards this 50 SMA in 2-minute time frame, or I can short it. Oh, look, it's kind of going up, nice. Or I can short it here at 153.90. Again, the first tranche, and then once it goes against me, let's say it goes towards 154, 155, I'll short some more, and that's just looking for these little pullbacks to make some money. Okay, hope you guys like this video, and if you have any comments, feedback, please reach out to me or Annie. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.